Batman Forever stars Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, and directed by Joel Schumacher. Now, before we review the film, I have a story about this movie. This is the first Batman movie I've seen. Years ago, my grandmother had a VHS tape of this movie. Every time I went over to her house, I saw the VHS tape, but I never watched it. Then one day when we were moving her out of the house, I took the movie home. That's when I decided to watch it, but I saw bits and pieces of it, not enough to form an opinion about it. But just now, I've seen it. Now, the story about this movie, Batman has to fight a war on three fronts here. One, he has to take down Two-Face. Two, he has to take down the Riddler. And three, he has to harbor a young Robin whose parents were killed in a trapeze accident at a circus. The Flying Graysons. That's what they are called. So that is the story here. He also has a love interest with Nicole Kidman. Can Batman balance the responsibilities of Batman and Bruce Wayne? Now let's talk about what I like about this movie. Val Kilmer as Batman, he's pretty good. Not as good as Keaton, but he is good. Tommy Lee Jones, I like his portrayal as Two-Face. I like Jim Carrey's portrayal as the Riddler. They focus more on Bruce Wayne in this movie. I like that. We get a more insight of who Bruce Wayne is. What's his purpose? Why is he there? Get to know more about what happens at Wayne Enterprises. Get to learn more about what happened to his parents, how he deals with his grief. Problem with Keaton as Bruce Wayne, it never really gave us a full dosage of who his Bruce Wayne was. They never really dug into the billionaire playboy aspect. But in this movie, they kind of did. So I like that. See Bruce going out to dances, see him at Wayne Enterprises wearing his suits. So that stuff is alright. The birth of Robin, I like that. I like Chris O'Donnell as Robin. I can buy him as Robin. The storyline was pretty good. He has a traumatic experience seeing his parents getting killed. He wants revenge. And he wants to form a relationship with Batman. He wants a partner. Because he has nobody else. So that was good. The action is good. If you like the action in the Tim Burton films, you're going to like the action in here. So that's the stuff that I like about the movie. The negatives. Tim Burton is no longer director. He is now a producer. Joel Schumacher is now a director. Keaton is out. Keaton and Burton, they had some issues with the studio, and that's why they are no longer in this movie, which raised concerns. You have a new director, and you have Val Kilmer. Can these two deliver on what the other two films did? Can they meet the expectations? Critically, the film got a mixed reception. Box office wise, it was a success. Now my negatives with the film. They take out the Batman March. When you watch the first two movies, when it opens up, you hear the Danny Elfman Batman score. So I like that. But in this movie, it opens up with some... It opens up with a generic intro credits. So I didn't like that. Two, the dialogue's a bit cringe. The movie opens up. You have Alfred say, "Do you want me to pack a sandwich with you, Master Wayne?" And Batman just says, "I'll just do drive-through." So I thought that was a bit cringe. But other than that, the movie is good. 8 out of 10. Is it better than the first two? I'm going to say yes. The first half of this movie is mediocre. But the second half really delivers. When Batman and Robin form their partnership and go after Riddler and Two-Face, it is pretty good. The scene when Riddler and Two-Face break into Wayne Manor and attack Alfred, that sets the tone. You see Robin trying to form that partnership with Batman. I like seeing that. It's development. So the ending of this movie, I thought, delivers better than anything in the first half of the film. All right, what this film did better in the second half is it explored the theme of who Batman and Bruce Wayne are. Batman and Bruce Wayne, they don't exist because they have to be, because they choose to exist. So I like that stuff. So Batman Forever, I like it, 8 out of 10.